Well, first I wanted to just check in and recognize the day. So I have so many friends who have experienced this death anniversary, which is very public when your loved one died in a tragic event like 9/11. So for my widowed friends who are mourning a special person today, I'm sending you a lot of love. And also for the many people who are remembering right now where they were 19 years ago. Crazy to imagine that it was 19 years ago, but so many people are remembering where they were and remembering how they felt. I wrote a post earlier today about hoping that one of the things we remember about how we felt after the tragic events that happened on 9/11 were that sense of wanting to care for each other and pull together and work as a community to support the people whose lives had been upended and to come together to face the crisis. So I hope that each of my 9/11 widowed friends are taking good care today and feeling the love of their people in their lives, of their community here at Soaring Spirits, and of the world. And it felt really actually like a perfect day to talk about the Festival of Hope. Clearly, as I said, we're also testing some new technology today. Jenny, looking really good. I want you to know that we're able to stream on a variety of platforms, and we're testing this for the Festival of Hope in order to make it as easy as possible for people to access the content that we're going to be sharing. So let me just start by saying, what is the Festival of Hope? Let's answer that question first. And really, it's 18 weeks of programming designed to offer uplifting content as we make our way through shorter days, longer nights, perhaps a variety of weather situations. I know that many of our East Coast people, people in Denver already have snow. So, and Colorado Springs, I know Greg and Nancy have snow already. So I want you all to know, that this is something that we're offering because we recognize that this holiday season, this year end, will have some challenges we've never faced before. And for me, one of the things I say to people often, they'll say, how do you work with widowed people all the time? Isn't that horrible? And I always think, but I have something to offer. I offer a community and a community of people who come together and support. And so this is the same thing for the Festival of Hope. It's a community coming together to support each other as we walk through what may be a challenging holiday season. So one thing that's unique about the Festival of Hope, actually there's a lot of unique things, but one thing specifically is that the Festival of Hope is going to be available for anyone, anywhere. So for those of you who have had people in your lives who know Soaring Spirits because we've supported you through your widowed experience and you're part of our community, and have always thought that it was lovely, but maybe didn't apply to them, this is the perfect opportunity to share this access to hope that we're offering over the whole 18 weeks with anybody who could benefit from that. So as I said, one of our main goals is to help us make our way through the next 18 weeks. But a secondary goal, which is equally important really, is to explore and learn about traditions and rituals that may not be a part of your life, may never have been a part of your life, but are a part of what happens at the year end for people around the world. So we'll be exploring a variety. I believe we have 20 different rituals or traditions that we'll be celebrating through the entire 18-week process. So I'm not going to get them all because I don't have them memorized, but I'm going to give you a taste of it. We're going to start next week with Rosh Hashanah. We'll be going to the fall equinox, Yom Kippur. We will be doing some work around journals. I know some of you are not journalers. So we're going to explore how writing might help during this end of the year as we close out this year. So we'll be doing journaling. We're going to do Canadian Thanksgiving, which how many of you know? Our Canadians obviously know that it's in October, not in November. Then we'll do Halloween, Dias de los Muertos. We'll be doing U.S. Thanksgiving, Veterans Day, Diwali, Kwanzaa, Christmas, Hanukkah, Festivus for the rest of us, We'll be doing Three Kings Day. So what we're going to really explore is what are these things? Where did they come from? Where are they celebrated? How are they celebrated? I've learned so much just in doing the research as we're preparing the program elements. So let's talk about what are the program elements. So first of all, we're going to start out the week with a quote about hope. And I want to point out, you may have heard me say this before, but I feel like it bears repeating. Many times, one of the phrases that Soaring Spirits is known for is hope matters. And I know many of you have seen that phrase in a number of places. We adopted it early and really felt like it was a message for our people that hope really does make a difference. And so through the years, many widow people have come to me and said, Michele, what am I supposed to hope for? And have been a little irritated by the concept of hope. And I thought it was worth noting that to you all as you enter this festival of hope, because sometimes hope gets the reputation of being that shiny object that's sort of just out of reach. You can't quite get there. You don't exactly know what it means. It seems just too positive and too kind of far away to really be able to interact with it. The kind of hope we're talking about for the Festival of Hope is the hope that looks at all of the hard things that are happening in the world right now, looks at every challenge that 2020 has thrown our way. And friends, there have been a lot of them, and chooses hope anyways. This is the gritty kind of hope. This is a courageous kind of hope. This is hope that you can find a way through. It doesn't have to be to a destination, but that you are going to have what it takes to make your way through the challenges ahead. That's the kind of hope we're talking about. And so the hope quotes that you're going to see coming out week after week are reflective of that kind of gritty kind of hope. So we'll have a hope quote. On Mondays, we'll be introducing the theme of the week. So the theme of the week is going to be inspired by whichever tradition we're exploring. So for example, we are going to be exploring the high holiday of Rosh Hashanah, which many of you may know is celebrated in the Jewish community. That is the first of the series of traditions that we're going to explore. And Rosh Hashanah is about welcoming sweetness into the year ahead. And I love that idea. And so that's the theme for the first week. That's next week, starting on Sunday, which is welcoming sweetness, the ways in which we can welcome sweetness into our life. So the theme introduction will be on Mondays. And that's just going to tell you what theme we chose, how we were inspired to choose that theme, what we're hoping it will mean to you for that week. Then on Tuesdays, we will have a personal video created by one of our community members for whom the tradition or ritual we're talking about has special meaning. So for this coming week, Joanne Fink, who is an artist, an author, a widowed community member. She also is an active member of the Jewish community and has been a cantor herself. And so she's going to share with us what Rosh Hashanah means to her. So we'll have kind of these personal stories that are tied to the ritual so that we can all have a sense of why does this matter to someone, and how can and they'll express that in their own words and with their own stories. So then on Wednesdays, we will, hold on, because I got to take a look to make sure that I'm telling you in the right order. Yes, on Wednesdays, we'll do a tradition fact sheet. So this is going to tell you some details about it. Where is it celebrated? Who celebrates it? Why do they celebrate it? How do they celebrate it? Just to give you kind of a background. And just so you know, we will be sourcing these fact sheets with people who actually celebrate the ritual or tradition we're talking about. And that way we know for sure that, we're providing some details that are factually accurate. So just so you know, we're not making it up. We really are going to be checking these. I want myself to be able to learn more about each one of these traditions. So we're going to follow the fact sheet with a Zoom community event. So we'll be doing one Zoom event a week. Who knows how many people are going to be on? Currently, we have 350-ish people registered for the Festival of Hope. And just so you know, you can register at any time. So if you shared it with 20 people and they didn't register for 5 more weeks, that would be just fine. You can come in at any time, stay as long as you want. So anyways, these Zoom events are going to be specific to the theme that we're celebrating. So one of the traditions that I discovered is associated with Rosh Hashanah is having apples and honey. The sweetness of the apple and the sweetness of the honey encourage the welcoming of sweetness into your new year. And so Joanne and I are going to come together. We're going to talk a little bit about that. And we're all going to Zoom together and enjoy some apples and honey with the intention of welcoming sweetness into the new year ahead. So the Zoom events are going to be different every time. They're going to be associated with whatever the theme is. And we are going to do a lot of just different fun things. These Zoom meetings are intended to build community, to provide you with something fun to do, in a late afternoon, evening when you're home, potentially home in the snow or home, in winter weather, or home on a night when it's gotten darker a lot earlier. So we just thought it would be a great idea to come together and be able to share some time in a Zoom meeting. So that's going to be on Thursdays. Fridays, we're going to do live music every Friday. So thank you so much to the many of you on my Facebook feed who have been sharing artists who may be interested in joining us. We're going to have live music every Friday. It's only going to be about a half an hour. So we'll have a few songs, we'll have a little intro, we'll talk about the artist. But what I was hoping for from this was the opportunity for people to have just some time to sit together and listen to music. We'll have a variety of artists, we'll have a variety of types of music, we'll have a variety of styles, songs, all kinds of things. They may or may not be theme related. So this really is just kind of an opportunity to come together and share the unique power that is music in our lives. And then on Saturday and Sunday, we will be sharing a recipe of the week. So Saturday will be recipe of the week that will be inspired by or associated with the tradition or ritual we're celebrating. So for Rosh Hashanah, as an example, we will be sharing a recipe for apple cake. So each one of them will be inspired by the theme. We're going to try to make them easy to follow, but we're hoping it'll fill up your belly and fill up your heart. And then the last day of the week on Sunday, we'll be sharing a holiday hope tip. So Soaring Spirits has been collecting and sharing holiday hope tips for many years, probably 10 years now, I think. And we've adapted them over the years, but this year we're going to do some special adaptations to, I feel like it's going to get the 2020 facelift to address the ways in which 2020 has challenged us in new and interesting ways. So those holiday hope tips are intended to kind of get you thinking about ways to support yourself during this holiday season. So those are the elements of the program. The reason we're testing this technology today is because they're going to be streamed. Any streaming content will be able to be live from the Festival of Hope page on the Soaring Spirits website, as well as all our social media channels. In addition to that, we will have our live music will come through the streaming as well. The only thing that won't be streamed is our Zoom meetings. So the Zoom meetings are going to be private just for people who have registered for the Festival of Hope. We're going to deliver program details by email. So you'll get an email in just a couple hours for tomorrow, for this coming week. But in general, those emails will come on Thursday morning, and that will give you the details for the Zoom meeting. It'll give you the password, and it'll also remind you about the time for our live music on Friday night. That will change a little bit based on availability of artists and who's able to join us. We have some spectacular guests planned already. I am really excited about the number of traditions and rituals we're going to be exploring. I am hoping that what comes out of this 18 weeks is the opportunity to grow and learn, explore, and hope as a community as we step into 2021. So I hope you'll consider this Soaring Spirits gift to you, because our whole intention was to give you something positive and uplifting to support you through the rest of this year. So feel free to share it with anybody who you think could do with a little dose of hope as they're walking through the last part of this year, or who would be interested in exploring the many traditions that we're going to be looking into over the next 18 weeks. you will be able to drop in and drop out. This is not a program where people are going to be counting to see if you showed up. So in your email that will be coming shortly, it will give you the list of locations of where you can find each one of the program elements. So where am I going to find my holiday hope tips? Where am I going to find the recipes? What's going to be awesome is that on the Festival of Hope website, everything will be there in a library. So you're going to be able to access all the videos, all the content. You have access to every bit of what we will have already done, plus continuing to be a part of what's coming. So again, if someone were to sign up 6 weeks in, the 6 weeks of content we've already walked through will be posted on our website, and then they'll still have 12 weeks left of the 18-week program. So you come and you do as much as you can. You check in on the videos when you like. Maybe you cook the recipe, maybe you don't. But we really wanted to just provide a variety of ways to connect and make sure that we were in your inbox, on your social media feed, available to you every single day, starting on Sunday. So our first day is this Sunday. Registration is free. Jenny popped up the link, just so you know that's not an actual link, but that is the link address. So copy, write down that link address, or just go to the Soaring Spirits website, soaringspirits.org. You'll see a huge sign for Festival of Hope. Click on that. Register is on the sidebar on the right-hand side. As I said, program details are going to be delivered by email, so that's why you have to register, but there is no cost to register. So I hope that you will share it with friends and family who you feel might find it valuable. And I am looking so forward to this. We've been super excited over here about putting this program together. It's kind of huge. There's a lot of working parts and elements, so I'm just going to ask for your patience while we continue to make sure we're delivering the best possible program we can for you. And I'm looking so forward to all of the sing-alongs and the live music and the presenters and the personal stories. There's just so much to share. So I thank you all very much for being here today to listen and chat about Festival of Hope. I'm going to just take a peek. I don't see any. What's awesome about this live stream is I can see all your comments right here on the side. It's amazing. And it tells me where they're coming from too. Okay, well, I don't see any other questions that I haven't addressed. Let me just double check to see, Jenny, did I forget anything, or did you see any questions that need answering? If not, it looks like not. It looks like we've got it covered. So I thank you all so much. I can't wait to share this with you. Don't forget to share it with your friends and family. And we get started with our first gritty hope quote starting on Sunday. Thank you all. Be well and take care. Bye-bye.